Sodiq Lawal. Sodiq Lawal is a software developer at most. Sadiq Lawal is a seasoned software developer with extensive international experience. Over the years, he has contributed to technology projects across diverse markets, including New York, Taiwan, and the United Kingdom. Currently, he holds the position of a project lead at Most Company, where he oversees software development teams, manage project life cycles, and ensure the delivery of high quality solutions aligned with the business goals. Hassanat Abubakar. Hassanat Abubakar, engineering manager at Roqqu. Hassanat Abubakar is a result driven product manager and innovator with experience working with diverse cross functional teams to develop, manage, and deliver projects across industries such as health tech, GovTech, EdTech, and currently FinTech as an engineering manager at Roku. Also, the founder of Fuse Varsity, an e-learning platform helping Africans learn in-demand skills. With a background in the healthcare sector and customer success management, Asanat have also cultivated a strong interest in business management, product growth, and customer success over the years. Beyond product development, she's deeply passionate about career development, coaching, open source innovation, and community building. As a strong advocate for open source technology, Asanat has actively contributed to and build open source projects, recognizing their transformative impact on society through community driven innovation and skills development advocacy. I'll be inviting the host for this panel, which is a person of Miriam Onua, a project lead in Most Tech Company. Miriam Onua, can we have a round of applause for her, please?
Is senior developer defined by years of experience or by impact and influence?
Okay. Is senior developer defined by years or impact or
Yeah, is senior developer defined by years of experience or by impact and influence that they make?
okay, so I would say that senior developer is not totally defined by your years of experience, but by your impact as well, and also your influence. This is because it's not just about your experience. Even people that have experience, 5 years, 10 years of experience, you realize that there's still like gaps, or like there's still like a lot of things for some people, and you can essentially call them, senior developers. So I would say that this is more of, from like a personal, story. Senior developer is not tied to just, your years of experience, but also in terms of your impact, in terms of your influence, how much of the impact are you to the developer community, or how much projects, how much initiatives are you also able to pick up, generally just grow for yourself in your career as well. So I would say it's the other way around. Yeah.
Okay, man. Hello? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to support what she just said, right? It's not about number of experience, yes, because I've actually interviewed someone that has over 10 years of experience, and this person doesn't know the basic program language, how to solve some solution. So some people might have like years, like 10 years of experience, but where they worked, they might just be working on basic HTML, basic website that doesn't have any functional stuff there. So I think it's determined by the way you think about problem. So if you're a senior developer, you're not really worrying about the coding part anymore. So you're worried about the scalability of what you're building, how it's going to pass like millions of people. Because for instance, you're currently building for 1,000 people. So your mind like, how will like it work for 2 million people? And then if you are worried about, okay, I'm writing like 1 million codes, I think you're not yet a senior developer. A senior developer are people that try to write like as little code as possible, but it's more scalable. So when new people come in, they say, wow, I know what this person is doing. I can really join in, not just like a bunch of code. It's more about the thinking, problem solving. That makes you a senior developer, in my own view.
All right, thank you for that wonderful answer. So we have been hearing about mid-level senior developers. Another question is what technical and soft skills truly separate a senior developer from others?
Oh, for soft skills, yeah, I think for a senior developer, you need to have communication skills. I need to have like leadership skills because trust me, some developers can be very good. So if you don't know how to really communicate and like be patient, you'll be terrible senior developer because then you don't know how to like before you know if a developer get angry like why maybe you make a mistake like a small issue with this code, they say why are you writing rubbish code? Why is this I don't think you should talk that way. What you should say is bring him, try to explain to him what he's doing wrong, and then trying to find a way to help him improve. And if he does not improve after some time, then you can make him face the query. But I think as a senior developer, you have to be able to communicate, let people, your juniors, be able to easily work with you, and don't judge people easily because we all have been there. I think the issue about a junior developer is they are always scared to ask some senior developer questions because of your attitude with them. So they've forgotten that during their time they ask a couple of questions. I've asked a lot of stupid questions before, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't it's stupid question to them, but I don't care because the way is you have to ask questions to grow. So as a senior developer, be open-minded, let people easily be able to like talk to you. So communication skill is very important, leadership is very important for a senior developer compared to others.
Okay, I think I have something to add. I would say problem solving as well. Because I've also had experience. I have a number of experience working with developers, and some of them prefer to be on the execution end where you just tell them, "Oh, do this, you do that." But as you grow as a developer, it's very important to also be able to sharpen your problem solving skills. If as a product manager comes to you and say, "Oh, we need to build this," you also need to be involved in why are we building this, how are we building this, what do we need to build it for. So your problem solving skills is something that you need to have as a senior developer or a mid-level developer. And another thing to also mention is influence, which also boils down to like leadership, like you said. As you move across, your ladder, as a developer, you also need to start improving on your influence, your leadership, how you lead, how you communicate, how you basically, your influence matters a lot because for you to grow, it means that at some point some people would work under you, and your ability to like influence them in a positive way is actually a very, very much important skill that you also need as a software developer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to also support what she said, right? Um, I'm guilty of this as well. Before as a developer, we just want to write our code and go.
Yeah.
So I think as a senior developer, yeah, you don't just think about code anymore. So you think about the business. So I'm very guilty like the time like let me just is it working? Close your laptop and go. But if you are able to like look at the business goals, you think about it, you can always come up with ideas to support the business. You can be able to structure your code. This way you are thinking beyond coding because at that time your problem is no more coding. Coding as like it's part of you, it's something you can do. Right? Your problem now is how is your work going to impact the business? So that what makes you a senior developer as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to those answers. Yeah, moving forward, I think the next question is how do senior developers balance coding, mentoring, and strategic thinking? Because as a senior developer, you might have junior ones under you. How do you balance all this together?
Okay. I think I would say that for the most part, intentionality, right? Because we have a number of people that some developers actually don't want to be at the forefront, right? They just want to be on the coding end. They don't want to, grow past that. So, but for me, I would say intentionality is very, very important. Why are you in that career path for yourself as a senior, as a developer generally? Because that would really, really help you in terms of balancing whatever thing you need to do. Do you want to take up other initiatives within the company? Do you want to take up other initiatives outside the company? Do you want to mentor? Do you want to do anything? So I would say intentionality is very, very important. And also this is also still down to like international intentionality, because quite a number of people just want to be a developer. They don't really have clear plans. They don't really have clear career trajectory or what they really want for themselves. So that's why sometimes it's difficult for some people to be able to pick up initiatives, go outside of the box to do other things. So I would say intentionality. Yeah, generally just finding a balance, picking it one step at a time, and it gets better from there. That's what I would say.
Actually, it can be difficult here based on the person personality, honestly. Balancing the mentorship and this thing. Because like she said, some developers we can actually be like homebody, like just want to stay at home behind the screen, don't want people to see us. But still, I think like I said before, you have to have these leadership skills also. You have to be able to like be open to people asking you a question and helping them. So it's a difficult thing, but you just have to do it. You just have to be more confident since your skills and be ready to help junior developers. The more it works on, it gets better. Like for me, I've been in a situation where like I have to work more than my hours over time because of this thing. Because now you have your work to do, and then you have your junior developer coming to you like, "Can you help me with this?" So because of that, you have to work first fix that problem, but they don't know you have your own work to fix. But you just have to fix that problem. After fix that problem, you stay all night trying to fix your own problem. So it can be stressful. What I do sometimes is I try to make sure that everybody uh they become one, all team members have become one, so that even when I'm not available, because I cannot always be available, this next person can actually help you out. So it's more like working as a team person, a teamwork thing, that I don't always have to be there. I can only be there only if nobody in the team can help. Then the person, if someone can help, the person help. If not, I will help. But it's difficult to be honest because you have to work extra work to fix that problem and fix your problem. But just what the job takes, you just have to do it. That's what it means to be a senior developer.
Thank you very much. The next question is being a senior developer, when you're being called a senior developer, there are some misconceptions about becoming a senior developer. So, what are they?
Okay, so I don't think I have so many, but I think one major one that I've seen is that as a senior developer, some people feel like you need to know all the languages, you need to
Exactly.
know how to use everything, but that's not the case, honestly. Like that's
Exactly.
not the case. Being a senior developer is not just I mean the language that you know, it's a lot more other things, and you don't have to even know everything. Nobody knows everything, obviously, but like you don't have to know everything, but it's a process, and a process in getting better for yourself, a process in being the leader, or like being that in that career path that you want for yourself. So I think that's one misconception that I see that people feel, but I don't totally agree with that.
Exactly.
I mean, I have the same point like Hazard because it's more like they think you know all languages. Someone like me, trust me, I'm only very good in JavaScript. So if you bring Java to me, I'm still like finding my way out. Well, what just makes you a senior developer is that you know that when the program language comes, you can easily dive in based on your experience with other languages. So now it's not that you're learning. The goal now is, for instance, you know how you set up some how to like fix some payment system on JavaScript. In JavaScript, you just have to check how do I do this in Java? What are the small syntax? So which is faster compared to so a newbie. A newbie still has to want to know what the old thing, the basic thing is. So as a senior developer, it's easy for you to dive into that programming language, but that doesn't mean you know all. You can't know all. Trust me. Uh, for you to know all, I think you have to be senior. That has to be crazy. Like you just have to have like a specialty and be very good at it. I think.
Yeah, I think you just said something which is specialty. Which I would say that I'm a believer of like leveraging on your strength wherever you find yourself. Like I said, you don't have to know everything, but the ones that you know, your strengths, you need to leverage them a lot in your career path, and it's one of the ways to actually even grow very strategically, I mean, in your career path. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And this is the last question, and I think you have to throw more light on that because I co-founder. Yeah, so how can organizations actually support the mid-level to become a senior developer? So you can also.
Okay, so I mean, depending on organizations, but I know of organizations that actually even support the growth of their employees, right? In terms of resources, even in terms of spending money on, I mean, for them to get better with their skills, soft skills, or even art skills generally. And some companies even go as far as strategically, should I say, putting some employees in a position. So for instance, I'm not going, okay, so for instance, I am a product manager, but I got promoted as an engineering manager, and obviously it's also a room for me to grow in that career path. So some companies, when they believe in your strengths, it is easy for them to actually position you for growth. So yeah, in terms of that, I would say companies should push for employees to grow, learning resources, things like that. I think that's what I would say.
Yeah, I think it just need to give the mid-level more leadership roles, right? Let them be accountable for some work to do. So that way it's kind of like improve them. Yeah, even me, I'm still going because we are all still going. We don't know it all. So I think what has helped me in my career is that I work in like most startups and mid-level companies where you need to overwork yourself. You need to like work sleepless nights. And then most times you have to like be accountable for this particular thing. There was a company I work that I was the only one working on a particular project, which is the e-commerce project. I had a lot of issues. I had like SEO problem. Like it's not just when you fix SEO, think the whole thing is perfect. Then the digital marketer calls you, hey, this thing is 40%. You're like, what do I do? So those challenges, the fact that you are in charge, it helps you, and then giving you people under you to mentor, to monitor and all these things helps you to grow, helps you increase your confidence. And I think that way, doing it that way, I think you actually go from being a mid-level to a senior level, because also you don't want to look bad in front of your peers. But also I
Exactly.
think also I actually don't care about that looking bad in front of my peers. Trust me. But it's good to be open-minded. In a way, I just want to learn from everybody. But that way, also, if you're vulnerable that way, it makes people easily talk to you because you don't want to be perfect in front of them. So we're all going together. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Please a round of applause for them. They have really answered very well. In case if you have any question for the panel, I think we have to take like 2 questions. If you have any question for them, please you can indicate by raising up your hand. I will give you the mic.
Anyone with a question? Hello? All right. One.
The question will be based on who is a senior developer.
It could be. Hello? 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 All right. So we have how many hands up? 1, 2. Any other person? Oh, 3. Great. All right. So I'll be starting from him. Your question, please.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Henry. My name is Henry. I'm a software developer with BotPay. So I would like to ask now, a lot of emphasis has been thrown to, someone being a senior developer. Now, in cases where the person's remuneration, right, doesn't really reflect what the person does in the company, what do you think that what's the name, the employers, or how can we manage that in Nigeria for on the side of employers? Thank you.
to you guys.
I mean, I think it depends on the organization, right? And also it depends on the team lead as well. So your team lead has to be the person that make the city or the companies know your value. No, you might be working so hard, but the business might not know because your team lead is not letting them know. You're just covering the whole thing. So it falls on your team lead to like show that, oh, he's the one that did all this to give you what you deserve. And now it depends on the organization. And if you're there for long and still nothing, you can just talk to them, let them know how you feel, because we all have experienced that. Like sometimes we walk, but we don't see the value. They don't recognize us. So you just have to talk to the team lead, talk to them. You did it, you did it. Like, how can you? Maybe you're even thinking about promotion as well. So it's affecting you. I feel like you just talk out, let them know, because nobody will know. If you are the one at the back, nobody cares. So they only know the person, the people they can see. So sometimes you just have to come outside your shell and be more confident. But there's a way you have to know, it's communication. Don't just say it in a very rude way, because your team lead can actually help you, and also you can also mess you up in the company. They have to find a way to like know how you talk and be more visible.
Yeah, so I have something to say also. From your own part, I think you also have to make use of the collaboration tools like Jira. The manager seeing how you are also closing your tickets and the rest of it, making sure that all your tickets are on Jira. You are not just taking tasks randomly, right? By doing that, they will definitely know that this person is working hard as well.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Second person, Afolabi.
Yeah. So my name is Odunde Afolabi. I'm a software engineer at Moss Company. So my question is very practical. So I believe the word senior developer is losing relevance by the day, right? So we're in a world of regenerative AI. So what truly differentiates a person with 3 to 4 years of experience from someone with 7 to 8, where we have AI that can, churn out code for you, where you have AI that can, automate your tasks actually. So what is that practical deciding factor that you say, oh, this person is a senior developer and this person is a mid-level developer? So that's my question.
Okay, so I think I have something to say regarding this, which is that as a senior developer, you don't think that what you do, like the only thing you do is just code. It's not just code. And that's where the things I mentioned around like your problem solving skills, understanding business insight as well. These are key things that differentiates you from somebody that has less like years of experience. So your problem solving skills, your leadership skills, your influence as well, how you pick up initiatives, how you get things done. These are things that actually makes you much more, of a leader and as a senior developer. So yeah, those are like differences that I would say.
Yeah. Also, I think senior developer, they will not use AI blindly, because I think
Yeah.
most junior developer, they use AI blindly. You just ask ChatGPT and gives you what ChatGPT gives you might actually solve your problem, but might break other things in the future. So as a senior developer, when you see the code, like, nah, ChatGPT do this, ask him something else. So you're able to like know the scalability of that of that code you're just putting in. That was like you already think bigger, not just following ChatGPT. Senior junior developer, copy and paste. So that make it that differentiation. Yeah.
All right. Great. Great. In the world of AI, ChatGPT is such a yes man. Anything you tell it, it writes it. No. Oh, a question. Oh, great. So, Sam.
All right, thank you guys. My name is Sam. Okay, sorry. My name is Samuel, and I'm not a technical person, right? But I work with technical people, and sometimes I'm always concerned about one, turnaround time. In my previous role, I worked with a senior developer. On the job, we took so much time to deliver on the work, right? So I'm coming from a point of psychology over technicality. So what's the place of turnaround time in trying to deliver a project as a senior developer? And do you also think that communication should be a key criteria, like a KPI, to differentiate between a senior developer and a junior developer or a mid developer? Thank you.
Okay, so I think everybody should have communication skills, even if you're a junior or you're a senior, because these are like skills that you actually need to be able to collaborate, to be able to get things done. So it's not just only a senior person or anything. Even a junior developer needs to have good communication skills, and that's really it about that. So regarding turnaround time, I think for me, what I've done over time is whenever I join companies, the first part of things that I tend to do is try to understand my team. Not just I mean outside of work, but understanding what their capabilities are, what is their strengths, their years of experience, things like that. Because these are things that would help me, because I think you said you're more non-technical. These are things that would help me in terms of when we want to work on deliverables. So if it's now a thing of it is the senior developers issue, maybe the person is also busy with other engagement outside of the work, then these are like clear differences. But if it's relating to the work itself, understanding my team, understanding their strengths, these are things that would help me in terms of what we define as efforts. So when a deliverable is not meeting the actual turnaround time, then we are able to actually trace what the issue is. Is it that they are busy? Is it that we are overestimating? Is it that we are underestimating as well? Things like that. So I think that's it for me in terms of how I manage turnaround time. But if the turnaround time is not improving, and I know that it is meant to be improving, the next thing I do is escalate, because of, I won't say because of one person try to ruin the business or try to ruin, I mean, progress for anybody. So that's what I would do in my own situation.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. So I just think you just need to break down the task, like really break it down. Because also if you tell them to build this thing, they might tell you the deadline, but they might go beyond deadline. Break it down and make it feasible. Like when you set a deadline, like make sure you both agree to the deadline. Because we developers, we can play you. You tell us, we can just tell you, okay, I'll give you next week, but we know I won't give you next week. So because we know this is naturally not possible next week, so make it feasible. You guys decide on the timeline, and if they are not able to meet that deadline, ask them again. That's why sometimes if it's getting worse, go agile. Always following up like every day, every time, so know what they're working on. That's what all these product management tools are for, like Jira and stuff. Don't hold on until waiting for them to give to you. No, they will not. We can be lazy sometimes, like, okay, don't worry, I'll give you when I give it to you. You have to follow up every deadline, every small task, make sure they finish it at this particular time. If the deadline is up, ask them what's going on. Why is it taking more time? Then they have to fix it before the next one, because if not, you have a lot of backlogs and waste more time. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So one last question from him. Yeah, you. All right.
Thank you very much. My question: how do you handle it when you are talking that time? You said that as a developer, most of the time you have a lot of tasks on your hand, and then there are so many people that are coming to you maybe for other tasks. There are some meetings that you have to attend. How do you handle it when you know that you still have a lot of tasks, and then management need you to deliver, but you are still solving problem for your juniors? That's number one question. Number two question: when you have that junior that is kind of like very good, probably than you in one aspect, and then sometimes you can't just, he's feeling somehow, you can't just like command it because you know that he's the engine in the company, something like that. How do you handle that kind of guy?
I mean, the first one is what again? Sorry.
I think you said that.
Okay. About the junior developers and you having your own task, how do you handle it? I think it's priority, right? And then you have to set priority to which one are you delivering first. So if you feel like your own, you can still quickly do your own after, then you can quickly help them. If not, I think you can, because you are the senior developer, you have to like know which one the management will complain about. So if you have to do your own first and then come back to them, or you want to quickly help them fix their own and then come back to you. If not, you'll be the one that face the consequence. The second one is what again? Sorry. Okay, if a junior developer is smarter than you, or sorry, better than you in the coding aspect, I mean, that's what I say. Like for me, I'm very vulnerable. Yeah, I don't. Even though you are better than me, I'm always like I'm ready to accept that. But being better than you in coding is different from leadership. Yeah, so you just have to be more confident in your leadership skills because you are the one leading. It might be better than you, but it might be complacent or might be rude or might be just bad attitude to this thing. So you just have to be the one. Since you are the one that's going to face the consequence, you have to take charge. In a way, it will respect you as a leader, but maybe it might even respect you as in coding aspect as well. So forget about that. Just be vulnerable and don't be perfect. You're not perfect. Like I learned from my team also. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much for this wonderful discussion.